I need to do a bang bang. You understand what a bang bang is, guys? Bang bang. Bang bang. I need to do a bang and do a bang. Bang bang. Look at this, guys. Bang bang. Say it with me. Bang bang. I need to get out. Boom boom. Boom bada boom bada boom. Bada bing bada boom bada bing bada boom. Bang bang. Look at my eyes just there. Look at my eyes. Look at my eyes, guys. Look at it. Bang bang. In other news, this morning, we actually had some more juice today. So a lot of you guys have been waiting for them to announce a date regarding Tier 4. And so there are some pretty big changes in this letter that we're going to read together today. Okay, so earlier this month, we shared a first look at our upcoming roadmap and plans to release the evolution of Lost Ark in the shape of Tier 4, along with new raids. So I'll read through it and then we'll talk about everything, right? Today, we have a few key updates to that plan. From thousands of lines of text in our supported languages to the accompanying voice lines, there's a lot that goes into preparing major updates for the release in Arcasia's Western Shores. We've hit a small delay in our localization timeline, but we're excited to share an update to the plan that we've built in collaboration with Smilegate RPG in our recent trip to Korea, which factors in the player feedback we've seen since announcing the roadmap. If you've been playing recently, you've probably noticed that the Super Makoko Express and other events are set to draw to close on September 25th, and have likely had a suspicion that was the planned release date for Tier 4. You would have been correct, and we're going to use that date as reference point for the updated plan. With that context, let's take a look at the updated September and plan for September, October. Okay, so September update: Behemoth raid September 11th. With a limited pool of revives available, prepare for mayhem as you attempt to fell, is that even a word? Fell the enormous dragon and earn gold, hunting materials, weapon transcendence materials. We will release the 16-player Behemoth raid earlier than planned in Tier 3 and reduce the item level requirement to 1620. So if you don't know, Behemoth was supposed to be at 1640, and so a lot of people were, I mean, everyone agrees this is a W change, right? I don't think anyone in the chat thinks it's a bad change, because basically in order to do Behemoth, you would do Tier 4 you transfer, and then you would need to do, you would assume that you'd have elixirs. It's not, I think it's 100% just the case, right? Because people were worried about not having transcendence, elixirs, and then people not being able to fill lobbies and it being weak. But they've now moved Behemoth to be 1620. So now you can work on your weapon transcendence at 1620. So remember, we're kind of shifting everything back. So if we get this elixir change, which we'll talk about in a little bit, you'll do elixirs at 1600. You'll do transcendence, general transcendence at 1610, right? Because you can start now after doing Thamine normal mode, and then you can do Behemoth weapon transcendence at 1620. So it creates a 10 level jump, right? 1600, 1610, 1620. So now Behemoth is a much easier raid to achieve, and it's going to be a little bit easier to do in general. It's going to be easier to attend, obviously to find groups, and just probably clear it overall. Okay. I don't believe it's going to be tuned for those things we talked about previously, but we'll talk about that more. Okay. Anyway, so raising Behemoth in Tier 3 will allow players an additional time to work on weapon transcendence and have a new challenge to undertake before the vast amount of new experiences arriving in Tier 4. Additionally, when Tier 4 drops, players will be able to focus on completing North Kurzan and familiarizing themselves with the mass amount of new content, which we think will be better for the overall experience in the Lost Ark community. Along with Behemoth, Arktoberfest, which, by the way, I never received my Arktoberfest gift. I was the only streamer in like the entire community that never received the little beer mug. I never got it. I don't know why. They have my stuff. They never sent it to me. So I just want you guys to know, if you're watching this, Henry, where's my mug, man? Tom, where is it? Where is my Arktoberfest gift? Arktoberfest will return and grant you with important progression materials such as Fusion Oreha materials, Transcendence restoration tickets, and Elixirs Potent, along with a few seasonal themed items. Arktoberfest event coins will be earnable through normal daily activities, so we hope this event continues to help you prepare for Tier 4 without requiring additional steps. So we're just getting more mats in another event, which in general, we got a lot of events going on. I mean, there's just too many to keep track of. There's like infinite events. There's just, well, the other summer one's kind of done now. I mean, if you haven't finished summer one, it's still there, but pretty much summer one's done. So we have this new Chaos Engine one, and then in a few weeks, we're going to get another event via the fucking Arktoberfest, some beer mugs. Okay. So yeah, we'll come back through a lot of this later on. Okay. October will feature 2 updates planned to release 2 weeks apart. The current progression event will be updated to end with the release of the first update on October 9th instead of the current September 25th date. So just kind of keep that in mind as we go. Moving it to the 1st of October 9th. Tier 4 release October 9th. Tier 4's release will be delayed by 2 weeks to ensure our localization teams are able to fully translate the new stories and systems in all our supported languages. So yeah, I guess I'll come back to this, but we'll talk about more later, okay? While we know that the 2-week delay may be disappointing for those who have already prepared for the new experience and adventures in Tier 4, we hope that having additional time battling Behemoth to earn weapon transcendence materials and 2 weeks of extra gold income and additional time to complete the progression events will help the majority of players feel better prepared in their journey into Tier 4. Apart from Behemoth, everything announced in September update will now release on October 9th. We've also decided to rename Express servers to Ignite servers to avoid confusion with Super Mokoko Express passes, which will continue to be a recurring system in Lost Ark. Interesting. Well, our goal with these servers, by the way, Ignite servers, guys, burning servers, I'm just saying, kind of crazy. Our goal with these servers are to ignite the spark of new players and give them the tools needed to join the fight against Kazaros quickly. We are preparing a new system on Ignite servers that will make it easier for players to get familiar with the game and efficiently grow in power before moving their characters onto the legacy servers. This system will be brand new to Lost Ark and first introduced in NAEU version of the game before anywhere else. Okay, so basically, do I just go back to this? I'm gonna forget what I want to talk about. All right, let's just back it up. Let's just back it up now because my brain is super ADD, okay? Let's start with the Behemoth update. So Behemoth, yeah, I guess you're tuning in for my opinion on some of this. I don't think this is a bad change at all. Okay, this is pretty much what everyone was complaining about. I think putting Behemoth at 1620, guys, is just way better. It's going to be way easier for people to get into Behemoth groups. It's going to make it way less annoying. It's going to make it way easier. And it allows you time to work on your weapon transcendence before going to Tier 4, which, I mean, I think ultimately is a good idea. Okay, so yeah, we're still getting the content and it's going to be a little bit easier to obtain and it's going to be a little bit more friendly for just everyone obtaining. And it's going to be a 16-person raid. So I don't think it'll be that bad because before, you know, it's kind of hard to know how it would have went. Yeah, I don't know how it would have went, but now we're getting it in 16. The only thing is now it's going to give us Tier 3 mats, so maybe they'll change it to release Tier 4 mats. Maybe they won't. I don't know, but having more mats will be good unless they update the vendor to be concurrent with KR, right? If they update the vendor. I think that's something that's worth giving feedback on as well. Okay, now let's move on to Tier 4 release date. So ultimately, for someone like me, I don't like the idea of Tier 4 being delayed because all of my friends are sweat lords and I don't really like the idea of it being delayed because I want to partake and do things. But at the same time, guys, if you're asking my opinion, so the main reason I think there's 2 main reasons, guys. There's 2 main reasons, okay? And without divulging like whatever I can. There's one thing I can't divulge and there's one thing I can't. Without divulging too much, there's 2 main reasons though, and one of them is translating this patch. But the other thing, guys, and I hate talking about this in my stream because I do believe, and so this is where I'm a little cranky, and I don't know the best way to phrase this. So don't hear me for what I'm saying and not how it sounds. Don't be offended. If you are offended, you're a pusa. Okay, that's just the nicest way I can say it today. I told you I'm in a lot of pain. If you missed the intro, I fucked up my shoulder, and so yeah, it is not good for our game. Those of you that like Lost Ark to intermingle with any of these other MMO launch dates. It's very bad, guys. It's not a good thing. I understand as Lost Ark players, for you guys, you don't care because you guys own a bunch of different games. That's fine. But we need new players, right? We really need new players in this game bad, guys. We need new people to come on in and we need them to market the game to those new players. They have done, Tom, you're watching the stream, they have done practically zero marketing. And so I know they're planning to market these servers and Tier 4. It is not good for us to overlap. There's a reason why they moved fucking TL, and there's a reason why we're getting this shit moved too. It is not good, right? It's bad for our game to be overlapping with TL for them and us, and it is bad for Lost Ark to be overlapping with the WoW World First Race. Whether you own it or not, we need new people. It has nothing to do. Maybe some of you do play these other games, and so it frees it up for you. and that's good. But there's a reason why they moved TL. You know what I mean? There's a reason why they moved TL. I mean, you can own it well all you want, guys, but like there's like they have like 6 million subs. Okay, we have like 30,000. Okay, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? It's the truth, guys. Like globally, Lost Ark sure is a bigger game, right? But like it's just the truth, guys. You know what I'm saying? So like we need to try to bring in new people into the game, and they've made a lot of really, really good changes. Globally, you know, the game's bigger, but in the West, they've added in solo raids. They've made it super fucking easy to progress in the game compared to before. They've made a bunch of good changes to Chaos Dungeons. Bro, some people don't even know that it's one Guardian per day. Now we have the new Chaos Dungeons change, which is also goated, right? Then we have solo raids, which they did not market intentionally, right? Because they're going to try to push it all at once, which makes sense. There was no marketing for that stuff. And so if we're going to do a tier 4 release and we're going to do, you have to think about the overall health of the game. If we're going to do a tier 4 release and we're going to do a campaign and we're going to try to push the game and market all of these changes to people, this is the only shot you get. You understand? What else are you going to market? What else is going to be a patch to like bring people back into the game? And again, is it going to pop off a fuckload? No, but it can bring back some people that are looking for a game to play and to be more of a niche game that's healthy for the people that enjoy it. Tier 5. I mean, that, guys, I'm not sure if I'm going to be around here for tier 5. I'm letting you know right now. You might be watching do work in tier 5. I'm not sure if I'm going to be around in tier 5. So like, so my point is, I might even be streaming in tier 5, guys. I might be having, you know, hopefully I meet somebody, some fucking, I mean, I need to meet, you know, my mom needs to have grandchildren. All right. So this is a very, very like, and this is important to understand. This is a very crucial time for the game in the West to do it right. And it's not worth overlapping things just at the sake of trying to like get to a raid or a patch 2 weeks sooner, right? Because they're going to do a marketing push. And if you do it like the last Jumpstart, which was fucking, I fucking told this to motherfucker. I told them it was terrible. It was so bad. It was done so poorly in so many different ways. It was terrible. It was like, now granted, in my opinion, even if Jumpstart was marketed the last time, right? I mean, I don't know what you're saying, question mark. I mean, you should question mark yourself. You should put it on your forehead when you look at yourself in the mirror. It's like, what's that one meme? Because I told you guys, I told you. Like, what's that one? Where's the one when he looks himself in the mirror and he's like, I'm not a, but it was bad. But even if it was marketed, right? Even if it was marketed, it was not even set up to be successful in the first place. So in a way, I personally believe it was a good thing that it did, because Jumpstart as a server itself was just not good, right? The horizontal was fucked up. There was no way to transfer off. You didn't know if you were going to be able to transfer off. It didn't do any good for the people that have played the game in the past, right? And that is going to be a majority of people, right? There's going to be some first-time players, but there's going to be some people like, yeah, I'll come back and check out the update, sure, for fun, right? And even if you get like 1 to 2%, you know, well, that's not going to be this time, you know, I promise you, right? So even if they do 1 to 2%, or 5% of people that check out the game, that's what it is, right? If the game maintains like healthy levels of like players for its own thing, that's what it is. You know, they're all niche games. TL in the grand scheme of things, 100% will be a niche game. But as long as it has a player base that's healthy, that's important. And so for this game, I can't stress it enough, guys. This is like a very important opportunity to do that. And so misplaying that is just, in my opinion, bad. It's just a stupid opportunity to just, right? When are you going to get something? Hey, man, tier 4 launch. Hey, express servers. Hey, hyper skills that you'll probably be able to test out. Hyper awakening, that's reasonable. We'll talk about that more in a little bit. And then solo raids, like all those things, all of the QOL and like grind changes and more mats to earn. I feel like it's just, that's it. Now, granted, does it change the core functionality of the game? No, but certain people are into like grindier games and some people are not. And at the end of the day, guys, the game shouldn't try to appeal to those types of people because it has a community for what it is. But I think that what's more important is to try to get players that are just more like casual in their approach. Like just, oh, I'm down to try out the patch, play for a little bit, I'll come back for the next update. Or like we need more of that type of player base. I understand from my own friends, like I have friends that are like super grindy and they want to do things like right away, but I don't like, you cannot just appeal to the niche people, right? We need to try, we cannot we cannot sacrifice like that opportunity just to appeal to the sweatiest of people, right? It's just not worth it. because those people, bro, like I said, those people, you know, like if it's not this, it's going to be another thing, right? And so this opportunity, casuals do pay the bills, man. I don't know why you say casuals don't pay the bills. They absolutely do, man. Everybody pays the bills. Anybody buys a skin chest. That doesn't make any sense. Everybody does. Yeah, I don't know what that means. But yeah, those people will play the game no matter what. Everybody pays the bills, guys. Everybody pays the bills in games in general. So I think, you know, doing this at the right time is super important. There's so many good changes like in tier 4 in general, and just how much easier it is to understand. And the game is a lot easier to understand despite me making that guide with just the engraving support and everything. And so it's important to showcase that, make it simpler, and do it right. And I again, you're just, when are you going to get another opportunity to do that? When are we going to get one? When is this game going to have that opportunity again? I mean, the meme is what, tier 5? So at the cost of not overlapping it with another MMO launch, another big thing, you know. Yeah, but like that doesn't, you see what I'm saying? But like Jodo, the way that you think about stuff is why that doesn't matter to some people. Some people just want to go in and experience fun, man. Like some people don't care about that. Some people enjoy like the progression of getting more cards, man. Like, and I like, no, he's not low-key right. What you do is like, if a guy comes into the game and you're instantly telling him, wait till he gets gate kept, like it's just, bro, that exists in every game. But it doesn't mean up until that people can't and just fuck around and have fun. Like some of you guys are so fucking, like, I hate to say it because I know you're not that type of, you know, all these people, but some of you guys are so miserable to be around that you just scare away other people because of your own misery. And it's the truth, man. Like as a community, you guys have to change to be more welcoming to other people. You have to, with the words that you put out of your mouth. Like that's just what it is, because you forget that people can still just enjoy their time for what they're doing in their time, in their own space, whether they're just clearing an icon for the first time. And if they leave after that, that's okay. If they come back for the next Express event, that is also okay. But like, you're supposed to like, it's not, so you can do whatever the fuck you want. But as a community, you should be more like, not spread your experiences of what you think on somebody else. It's like, dude, it's the same thing as like, we're both going to like med school and somebody's a freshman and, oh, bro, like, wait till you get to your fucking first exam. It's going to suck penis. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, you know what I mean? That's what it sounds like. So you have to understand that is also as bad as anything else, Because guys, if it wasn't even the cards, boys, it'd be something else. It's always like that. We were just talking about this yesterday, man. Literally yesterday. I was in a call with Miso. We were playing WoW. We were talking about how people sat in he was trying to do a piece of content. We were talking about, he was trying to do T in Final Fantasy 14. We were playing WoW. And we were talking about like sitting in the party finder, and somebody yesterday was saying that, oh, like people in Final Fantasy 14 are super patient. And he was just laughing. We were just laughing because that's just not the truth. That's just not the case at all. You know what I mean? That's just not the case at all. In any group content, that type of behavior exists. Whether people are gatekeepy, they don't want to waste their time, whatever. But people can still have fun in other experiences. Maybe they're gonna have a bad party finder experience. So fucking what? Like these people, like newborn babies, like they haven't played Call of Duty, like they haven't been on Twitter or the internet or experienced a league match. You know what I mean? Like we're assuming, oh, like wait till they look at their face when they have some guy shit talking them because they're gear. What are they, fucking 10 years old, guys? Like it doesn't mean people can't enjoy it and just have a good time. So I think that's really important to understand. Okay, and I really want you guys to think about that. Think about that type of just, there's a reason the way I am that I am. And so, yeah, man, I try to encourage people to be like, yeah, bro, just have a good time. Fuck around, have fun. When you stop having fun, stop playing. You know? I really, I think it's the most honest, genuine advice. Juan was on. I was like, yeah, bro, just play for as long as you want and fucking take some gold and just try some of the raids. And when you get bored, stop playing, come back, check out another event, whatever. It's just super casual. It's a super casual approach. And then me and him are doing like a raid together. We're having a good time. We're laughing, or I'm trying to show him how to do a raid, and it's fun for a little bit. And then he goes to something else, and it's fucking what? It's just a super, like, it's the same thing when I'm playing WoW right now. It's like a super casual thing. Fuck it. Like, I'm just gonna play and have a good time. I'm not thinking about all of these other things and overwhelming myself with like all of it. Well, wait till this happens, or this can happen, and this can happen. It's like, bro, it's just about like, just fuck it. Like, just enjoy the experience of what you're doing, and don't fucking, you know. know, how do I explain that any better? I can't. That's the best way I can explain it, you know? But yeah, maybe the guy takes a while to get some cards. Maybe he gets excited about the game and wants to farm out some cards. Maybe he doesn't, but whatever. Some of you guys just fucking, you're like Ghostbusters with the fucking sucking the, you know what I mean? Whatever, let them just do the raid one time. There was a guy named in my chat yesterday, his dog something, I forgot. He's like, yeah, I cleared a con and then I stopped playing. All good. It's 100% right, Fuzzy, but it's in MMOs, you know? Anyway, so that's just my take on the October thing. So regardless, there are probably some issues with them trying to get translated everything over, but I think a really big reason is why everything's getting pushed back is that TL got pushed back. Everything's getting pushed back. Ashes went into October. They were supposed to launch this month in September, but they pushed it too because they don't want to overlap with these other games. People don't want to overlap, and pretty much it's the truth though. You know what I mean? They don't want to, it's stupid of them to try to overlap. Now with that being said, let's continue going. So let's talk about Ignite servers. So with the Ignite server thing, there's the potential for them to do really cool shit. You know what I mean? There's the potential for them to do some really cool shit. You know what I mean? Which I think is important for them to, again, have it at a good time, launch it at a good time, and, you know, but it's not going to be like what we've seen with this RU. The RU one was also fucking incredibly mid. And so some of the feedback I did offer them was that, you know, is that should be useful. I think it's a good idea to make it fun for everyone, right? I think that's the most important thing, especially with solo raids out now. I think a good idea is to make Ignite servers a fun experience for literally everybody. Let everyone participate and make it a fun thing. I think that's just a good idea, right? So hopefully we get more info on that. And I think it's a good idea. You know, that was like one thing I would say is that the takeaway is just in general, I feel like with the new guy there, Matt, the team over there, Rocks, Tom, Henry, all those people, they, you know, over time, I think they've gotten better and better and better and better. And I'm not saying they don't make mistakes, but when you have conversations, they are aware. What I will say though, man, with that, let's move on to Aegir. So Aegir, I think 1 week is too short, right? So just give them the feedback. Just tell them, like, it's not that big of a deal, guys. They said we will be, so they said that Aegir is going to be moved a week after the launch. We'll be monitoring player progression as we approach and may release Aegir on October 23rd. So 2 weeks after, which is the same thing that Korea did. A month is, I mean, it's up to you guys, but what the fuck are we going to be doing? How many of you guys are doing hard mode? How many of you guys have any interest in doing hard mode? Fucking like none of you guys anyways are going to try to get to 1680. It's fucking insanely hard. Some of you will, but that is not the majority of people. It's just normal, right? So just say, hey guys, super cool changes. You know, maybe you can give us some more mats. I think 2 weeks would be a lot better than 3. We thought it was going to be 2 weeks, and then we were thinking it's going to be a month. It originally launched with 2 weeks. Just tell them. Just be like, yo guys, cool changes. Thanks for the update. Appreciate the transparency. And you know what's crazy though, is that I read through Twitter and that's what the responses were, right? That's what the responses were. A lot of people were like, yo, great changes. Thanks for the transparency, whatever. Like, just fucking, you're doing things right. Please just buff GS. Jesus Christ. So just tell them, be like, hey guys, I think we're a little concerned, and they've made a bunch of shit based on your feedback. So there's no reason to be mad. Just provide the feedback, go into the Discord, write the message of what your thoughts are. Say, hey, I think 1 week, like, how are we going to get the combat level? Unless you guys are planning to give us some shards, it seems like it's going to be difficult to get there. I'd like to do normal mode, and I think 2 weeks would be a lot more comfortable. That's it. And they even said they're modeling the progression. So just give the feedback. You know what I mean? It's not that big of a deal. There's no reason to get hella pissed off. Just go tell them. If there's ever evidence, guys, of them adjusting to your guys' feedback, it's been the past few months. So just tell them. That's it. Go in there, leave it. Don't keep it amongst. Just go in there and give the feed, and that's it, bro. And guess what, guys? They can change it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. They even say it right here. They can change it. So just give it to them. I think 1 week is too short. That's it. Boom. Done. Just tell them. I don't work for the goddamn game. It's not. You don't have to tell me. All the shit that you tell me, guys. You know, you guys come in here with the little paragraph Peters and those. Just post that in the Discord, like, yo guys, boom, and then boom, bada bing, bada boom. Are you hot? They should pay me. 2 weeks in a nice juice event with shards. Yeah, just it's not a big deal. You know, I've given all my goddamn feedback plenty of times. Yeah. And don't forget the pleasers. Yeah, just that's it. I think 1 week feels a little tight. Yeah. And if they say it, then there it is. All right. Moving ahead. If the bug is complaining, I mean, some people, you should read my DMs. I want you to know right now, I got like 12 motherfucking DMs this morning, okay? I got 12 motherfucking DMs. I'm sitting there at the physical therapy, I'm getting my ice, my shoulder fucking ice, and I'm just sitting, I'm getting, yeah, anyways, right? I'm like, shit, man. Before Behemoth arrives, we still plan to introduce nerfs to a Khan, Theamine, and Echidna. There it is, guys. The first of which snuck into the August update build. Additionally, we know there are still many conversations in the community around the recent changes to Bound Gold and progression systems such as Elixir and Transcendence. We are continuing to monitor feedback and the data surrounding the recent updates to all these systems, and will work to bring any changes announced in Korea as soon as possible. Okay, so I'm assuming they mean the ones that, yes. Our team is also working on some other long-term projects we're excited to share more detail about in the upcoming months, such as releasing the API for the Western version of Lost Ark, something we know players have been long wondering about. I mean, guys, I'm just saying, if we don't get a good website from somebody out there, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I was looking at a Guild Wars 2 website. Why? We don't even, our website, okay, other than, I mean, Maxwell is getting up there, but like, dude, we need some fucking dope shit, guys. There's gotta be somebody out there, right? Who cares about the API? You know what's crazy, man? Nobody does. You know what I'm saying? No one cares about the API. You know? Who cares? Fuck it. Now all of a sudden we get it. Nobody cares, huh? There it is. We're also investigating an update to ensure player progression is not locked behind completing the hard mode version of a raid for certain type of progression systems. Wow, guys, there's your feedback. No more hard mode. Is it over now? Are we ever doing hard mode again? How many people do you think will stop doing hard mode raids? While the additional challenge should provide additional rewards, we want to ensure players are still able to progress through systems if they are able to vanquish the normal version of raids. Honestly, man, I just want to reiterate this. I feel like this is probably one of the most important updates to the game that they can do right now. The raids have just gotten way harder, man. They've gotten way harder over time. And yeah, I just have a lot of friends and shit where it's like, man, like, I don't know what to do. You know what I mean? They're just too hard, dude. They're just they're way harder. And I think it's not a good, they need to do this and just keep it this way going forward, man. Just make it so that you can just do it through normal, right? I don't think if you're going to continue this trend of the raids being like this, there's too many people that, yeah, man, I'm like, I don't know how these people are going to survive playing the game. If you like, they're just, because they can't clear the things, you know what I mean? Like, they're just, it's too much time, effort, trying to learn. It's too difficult. And I think it would ease so much tension off the game if you just make it so that if you want to progress through the game, you can just be a normal Andy. Okay. Yes. Our teams at Amazon Games and Smilegate RPG are dedicated to continually improving the experience in Arcasia and appreciate both the feedback and support we've seen in the Lost Ark community. Had feedback on our teams, let us know in the Lost Ark official Discord and social channels such as X, and stay on the lookout for our surveys. Many recent adjustments and some of the changes detailed in this plan are directly influenced from the recent feedback threads and surveys. If you have ideas, make sure to participate in the conversation Lost Ark community. We can't wait for the stories, challenges, and more that await for you this fall in the arrival of Behemoth, North Curzon, Tier 4, Aegir, and more. In the meantime, we'll see you in Arcadia preparing for the adventures to come. I mean, overall, a lot of really good stuff. Just give them feedback on the Aegir, and that's it. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean it's a bunch of good stuff, making the game way better. You know, with the KR stuff that we just saw, way better. The Transcendence changes, the Elixir changes, the Behemoth changes, the Express event changes, the normal mode difficulty changes. Then just tell them, hey guys, everything looks cool. What about this? That's it, man. And then you still get to go do Behemoth anyway on the 11th, and it'll be 1620. And guess what, guys? Now you can just grab fucking I'm just gonna grab anyone. You know, Grizzly will probably die to the tornado and shit, and I'll probably go Grizzly. But like, now you should be 1620 and anyone can attend. You can work on your open Transcendence. And now I think the major thing to ask for is to get the things that they just mentioned here, because this was obviously not written yesterday. I'm going to keep it $1.50 with you guys. So they didn't write this morning or at 1 in the morning. This is obviously written in advance. So now we can ask for the things that they just got right away. Ask for them to make those normal changes right away. And yeah, man, let's hope for a good campaign for Tier 4 release and Ignite servers, right? That's important for the overall health of the game, because the game needs more new casual people to experience all the systems that we put in place for them. Those changes, man, are put in place for those people, because a lot of people view these nerfs to Transcendence, to Elixirs as an opportunity for alts, right? But the reality is these systems are also put in place for new people. And so we need new people to come into the game and experience these things. Otherwise, why are we putting them in the game for? So it's very important that they don't fuck this up. It's very important that they market this appropriately, properly, at the right time, and use this as an opportunity to bring in new people into the game. Because if it's not now, guys, then it's when? Then it's never, right? I don't know when the next opportunity is going to be. Okay, there it is. Clappy in the chat.
Bro, can you not do that like while we're doing this?